EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Midwest. The echoes of the Gallahorn and the Skull chant reverberate inside U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. On the visitors' sideline, it is Lions head coach Dan Campbell. His guys just 2-4 in their last 6 games. On the other sideline, it is the Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell. His team looking for a spark, hoping their fans... Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olsen. Will Reichert will get this one started. Off we go from U.S. Bank Stadium. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. So the Lions come out, and they are led again by Jared Goff. Already year 10 in the league, and half of those 10 with the Lions, remember, took the Rams to a Super Bowl as well. What a year last year, Greg. Second in passing yards in the NFL.
In last week's game, the opponent just really neutralized him and, frankly, this entire passing game. Nobody was open. When they were, he missed some throws. Offensive line had some protection issues. It just overall was a poor performance. So they understand if they're going to come into today's game and have some success, they've got to find a way to get some explosive production and some efficiency out of this passing game.
3 plays in and a test. It's 3rd and 2. Out of the shotgun. It's Goff. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Jonathan Allen. He gets there for the sack, setting up 4th down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So the Vikings come out. Technically, it is year 2 for J.J. McCarthy, but really, it's year 1. Did not play at all in the regular season last year with the knee injury. The former Michigan Wolverine, the quarterback of the Vikings.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, played it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And finally, they'll bring him down. But he's up beyond the 45-yard line. A pickup there of 25 yards. It'll be a Vikings first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big game, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare them to stop.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at their 48-yard line.
From the gun, here's McCarthy. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. To the right side, he's got Hopkinson, his tight end. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. So on 4th down, out comes Ryan Wright to punt for Minnesota. Deep for the Lions, Holly Freeman. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Lions offense, Jahmyr Gibbs, set to get back on the field. We check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into this weekend, and you see he is currently second in that category. Quick throw, taken in, and he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Goff gives it to Gibbs, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down by...
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive. I think it would be a bit of an understatement, Mike, to say that this offense has come out today a bit flat. They haven't picked up a single first down through the first 2 drives, and barring a really aggressive decision here, they'll have to wait to their 3rd series to see if they can make it happen.
Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Now, faking the give. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looks like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down. Now here's Aaron Jones. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
14 yards. And the Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on 3rd down. His eyes are downfield. Nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the first down, and then to protect himself with the slide. Well done.
A short one taken by Hawkinson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And it's that rookie 3rd-round pick. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And the Vikings first down.
On the ground is Mason. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
43-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Right side, and is brought in by Felton. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
He'll throw here on 3rd and short. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
That's another Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of Aaron Jones. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
That's another Vikings first down.
A run. And here's Mason. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 15-yard line.
He'll run. This is Mason. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground. And I think this is just a really good quarterback play. You understand you got 3 points in your pocket. Don't try to be a hero on 3rd down and make the perfect pass. Throw it away, and at the end, just come away with points on this drive. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would love to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They've had it twice, and they've punted twice, still seeking that first down of the game as they begin this third drive. They bring their tight end right. Off the play fake, here's Goff. Working free downfield, it is Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line.
That's good.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. Picked off by the former Eagle, Isaiah Rodgers. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
The Vikings offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
It's a loss
Lost
of a
one
yard.
on the last
Brings
play,
up
so now it's 2nd and 11.
At the 28-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away well short of the 1st down mark.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the 1st quarter of play. So just a lone field goal in the 1st quarter of play. It's the Vikings with the edge. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. Lions ball to begin the 2nd quarter. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 9. As we are ready to get back underway. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the 1st down after a gain of 7.
3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Goff. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the 1st down.
3 yards. And the Lions 1st down. A gain of 3 on the play. 1st down.
From the gun, it's Goff. That's taken in by Khalif Raymond. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. 1st catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and that's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
1st down and one shy of 100. That was his 99th catch of the year.
Lions 1st down.
On play action, Goff. Right back to St. Brown. They connect again. And he'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up 1st and goal.
1st down. 1st and goal. Detroit.
Here's Gibbs. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Goff with the give to Montgomery. And he will get into the end zone. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Lions. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions move out to a 7-3 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Scott now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun. Here's a run up the gut. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4.
He's brought
Here
down
comes 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll throw out of the gun. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
Ryan Wright.
Here's Ryan Wright
For
now
the Vikings.
as he is on to punt for Minnesota. And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense.
At their own
So Jared Goff
27-yard
and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to it. That's the linebacker, Blake Cashman. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping him.
The Vikings offense headed back to take over once more. They'll start with a golden opportunity here to move out in front. Great field position to start out. It's 1st and 10. To the left side, and it's caught by Felton. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
23 yards.
Now it is 1st and goal.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
To throw. That one to the end zone, but incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson on that one.
Leads to
And it'll be 2nd and goal. Quick throw there on the RPO is broken up. No time to get the separation there. And the incompletion is going to bring up 3rd down.
3rd and goal.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the 2nd phase and what they call flaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man. That's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
Riker had the field goal a moment ago. He's back out now to kick this one away. Khalif Raymond to return it. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At
The Lions offense and receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown set for this next possession. He's put together some kind of campaign. Currently second in the NFL in touchdown receptions amongst wideouts. On the ground, Montgomery to start the drive. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss. A second down throw for Goff. To get this complete, it's Williams over the middle. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
26 yards.
That one good for 26 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
Enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. Throwing, Goff. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
That's good for a Lions first down.
Tight end going in motion here.
10 at the 38-yard line.
Goff to throw on first down. It is caught left side by St. Brown. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 50 yards. Goff's go-to guy, St. Brown. Amon-Ra gives the Lions a first down.
24-yard gain on the play. And the Lions first down.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
At the 11-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
Once again, it's Gibbs. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up third and inches.
They'll run the sneak. And he's going to have the first down. Just past the marker. It is first and goal.
And the Lions first down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Gibbs is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions.
Touchdown.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Bates,
Good.
with the extra point. And the Lions will take a 14-6 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Scott now on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to get back to work. They'll start it here with a first and 10. Drive will start on the ground. And he'll manage to break a tackle, get this forward for a couple. And it's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to get upended right at the line of scrimmage. And he's picked up and thrown down.
A loss of 1.
They need 8 as they come up for third down. From the gun, here's McCarthy. Quick hitting slant there. It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, Minnesota.
And the Vikings, first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll have more from Minneapolis. After this, second down, they need 3. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
The Vikings, first down.
From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. Forced out wide. Taking off. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20.
A gain of 26 more yards. That's another.
Throwing here on first and 10 is McCarthy. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
A gain of 5.
Setting up to throw is McCarthy. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. As the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Third and a yard. On the zone read, it's McCarthy. And he is going to have the Vikings first down by a couple of yards. Able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Vikings, first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Throwing now, it's McCarthy. And he'll take it on in. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year. Not a big score, Greg. They continue to get points, but after not getting touchdowns, this has to feel really good to this offense.
It really does, and I think anytime you can build on your confidence that now you know the rest of this game, you can finish these good drives. Coming away with 2 field goals, those are wins for the defense. Now a win for the offensive side of the ball. Gotta see now if you can keep this rolling throughout the rest of this game.
Still more time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. That's Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit offense heading out for their next possession. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. On first down, it's Goff. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down. Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout to stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. Second down and 3. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That one out wide to Gibbs. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. Here's the 3rd and final timeout for the Lions. They'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. On first and 10, here's Goff. He'll get that into the hands of Williams. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
15 yards on the play.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. Second down, 8 yards to go.
At the 45-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
Here's Goff. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counter-punch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustments will pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is 1, as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. Play action now. It's McCarthy. He takes off. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
And the Vikings.
So from the 39, they come up on first and 10.
At the 39-yard line.
Handoff here, up the middle. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. DJ Reader, as usual, from that interior spot with the play.
Brings up second and
from
7.
The 42-yard line. Here's second down and 7. Now McCarthy. On the short one, taken by Hawkinson. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
4. Brings up third and 4.
Here's McCarthy. He's got a man. That's Felton. 11 yards on the connection there. It'll be a Vikings first down.
First down. First and 10. At the
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second and 7.
At the 40-yard line.
They'll stick with him again. And here's planted. Backfield. Defenders crashing through to blow up that play behind the line. Here's a third and 10. To throw is McCarthy. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. That is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision. So they send in Will Reichert for this field goal try. This is going to be from 53 yards out. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Vikings will take the lead here in the third quarter.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And the numbers will show he's been one of the top quarterbacks in the league all season long, right up there among the leaders in passing yards. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third down.
From the gun, it's Goff. Andrew Van Ginkel in there to bring him down for his 7th sack of the year.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Fair catch is called for
for
and made just inside the 35-yard line.
At their
The Vikings offense and their running back set to go once more. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. And he skips away nicely for that first defender. It's a pickup of 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
A run now on 2nd down. And he's going to take this past the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
It's a gain of 8. And the Vikings 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard
Out of the gun, they give it to Jones. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
Brought down by Al-Quadin Mohammed. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and
Little play
7.
action here with McCarthy. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. 3rd and 7.
Throwaway. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
To throw, it's McCarthy. This one brought in by Hawkinson. That is catch number 60 for the season.
Gain of 11. And the Vikings 1st down. 1st and 10
I know,
38-yard
I'm
line.
biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on 3rd down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going.
1st and 10.
Vikings 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On play action, here's McCarthy. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he's into the end zone. Jalen Naylor. Touchdown, Minnesota. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year.
We used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and it's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Record out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. He'll start at the 4. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. The Lions offense ready to get back at it. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with 1st down. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 18-yard
Putting
line.
the tight end in motion. A 2nd down throw for Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
3rd and 2.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Goff. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
And the Lions 1st down. It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Lions.
To throw is Goff. Right back to Williams. They connect again. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. That is catch number 60 for the season.
Another Detroit Lions 1st down. 1st and 10.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. pickup of 3. From the 38 now, here's second down and 7.
Brings up second and
No
7.
run to the right with Montgomery. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
Back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through.
And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line.
The problem with some of these long developing plays is that it really forces the quarterback to hold on to the ball. They tried to hit him there with that big shot downfield, but the protection, it's just not able to hold up, and they're able to get home.
The Lions will punt this ball away, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, that is terrific.
Vikings take over
Out of bounds, inside the 5-yard line. There's Kevin O'Connell, NFL Coach of the Year in 2024. His Vikings head back out there. They'll start from their own 4. Not a lot of room for error back here. It's 1st and 10. A run. And here's Mason. And he's able to push his way forward. A gain of about 2. It'll be second down.
On the 6-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
So these two teams take a long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 8. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. This one complete right side. And he's going to be out of bounds up past the 20.
17 yards. And the Vikings first down.
On the RPO, he'll just flip it forward, and he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
J. Hawkinson. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 26-yard line.
On the ground is Mason. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain in that.
Taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's 3rd and 7.
A yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And no return on this one. Fair catch signaled for and
The
taken.
Lions take over first
So
and
Jared
10
Goff and the
at their
Lions
own
offense
27-yard
getting set
line.
for this next drive. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. He'll be brought down after a short pickup. Two at the 29.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Look him up on a second down and 8. They'll run the draw with Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
It's a gain
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard
Goff.
line.
This pass complete to Raymond.
Cross pass.
They'll get it up 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
Williams in motion.
At the Vikings 36-yard line.
On play action. Goff. Throw on the run is complete. And he is out of bounds down at the 21.
A
gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
Jonathan Bernard on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 19-yard line.
Out of the shotgun. It's Goff. Going left side. And it's taken in by Williams.
Complete
Third down. 3 to go.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up third and
Goff
3.
to throw. And that is incomplete.
Intended for
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal. They'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it first down. To the right side here, pass is caught. They need 6 for the touchdown. Second and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal at the 6.
Now Goff. It is brought in the end zone. Jamison Williams. Touchdowns, Detroit.
Lions.
For quarterbacks, there are so many stats we use to measure a good season. This is one of them. 30 touchdowns. That was number 30 on the year. Here's Bates for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Lions will cut it to a 2-point lead.
Vikings 23. Lions 21.
So the lead is down to just 2 now in the fourth quarter as they kick it off. Price now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. Try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Brings up second and 2. At the
on the handoff, this is Gibbs. And I don't think he got there wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at 3rd down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. Here's the Lions punt team now. They forced a punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. The Vikings offense ready for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Mason. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Play action now. It's McCarthy. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line.
And the Vikings first down.
Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. He'll go right back to Jefferson. They connect again. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
39-yard line.
Now a handoff, running right. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line.
16 more yards. That's another Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground. And a missed tackle there. He's pushing forward. It'll give him 4 yards.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
From the 20, here's second down and 6. From the gun, here's McCarthy. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. Looking to keep a promising drive alive. It is 3rd and a yard. They'll run the sneak. He's going to have it at the 12-yard line. Enough to get the first down and keep it going.
And the Vikings first down.
We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And 3rd and final timeout taken by the defense. So the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left. Second down, they need 7. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That is caught. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. The task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Jordan Mason, touchdown Vikings.
And that's exactly how you stress all week finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. With that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Riker, good with the extra point. And the Vikings will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9. Riker out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Lions first down.
They'll drop to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Here's second down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Now the spike as the clock takes under 50 seconds to play. From the gun, it's Goff. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
A 7-yard gain.
There's the spike, and it stops the clock with 35 seconds left to play. That's complete on the tight end screen. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
3. It's 3rd and 7.
Here's Goff. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27-yard line.
Intercepted. Result of the play is a turnover.
To a knee goes McCarthy. And that should about wrap this one up. So a win here for the Vikings. And it is a season sweep for them. They defeat their division rivals for the 2nd time this year. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Vikings, as we say so long from Minneapolis.